What's up, YouTube? It is your Lord and Savior King D353 here, right hot off the heels of WrestleMania. Now, I'm not gonna waste time with this. I'm just gonna mince words and say it was a long show. I'm tired, and remembering 4+ hours of matches is difficult. So this is going to be a bit of a very short recap. Luckily, not even 4+ like 5+ since I'm including the pre-show. That aside, let's just hurry through these matches. Alright, so first we had Kalisto versus Ryback for the United States Championship. There aren't really any major spots to talk about in this match. I'll skip right to the end. At the end of the match, we have a cornered Kalisto, battered and bruised from his battle, and Ryback will grab him by his legs, pulling Calypso words away from the corner. Calypso was holding on for dear life at the second turnbuckle, and as you would expect, he ripped the pad off as Ryback yanked him away. Ryback then hoisted Calypso up for a powerbomb, but Calypso would then Hurricane Rana him into the turnbuckle, making Ryback smash his face into it. And now Garagi Ryback was hit with the Salida del Sol. 1, 2, 3. Kalisto retains his championship. The next match of the night, which was still on the pre-show, was the Total Divas versus Bad and Blonde. For anyone wondering what Lana's wrestling attire is, it's a leotard. A purple, shiny leotard. That aside, spots of the match. There was one point where Naomi and Tamina went for a double superplex on Paige, and then Natty came in to try to powerbomb them off of Paige, but then they went down, beat the fuck out of Natty, got up at Paige, but Paige knocked them both over the ropes. Then Paige went ahead and cross-bodied both of them. Anyway, as for the end of the match, everybody comes in, hits their finishers, bam, boom, 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 boom. Brie goes up top for her missile drop kick, but Lana knocks her off. And then Naomi slowly, gloatingly picks Brie up by her hair, giving Brie time to slip under Naomi's legs, shove Naomi over, and get her into the yes lock. And Naomi taps out because apparently Lana and Tamina just magically disappeared off the face of the earth and didn't break up the move. It was a weird ending. It was especially weird since it made it feel like there was really no reason for Eva to be there. I thought Eva would be there to screw over the Total Divas, but no, Eva's time there was literally worthless. There was no reason for her to be there, but oh well. Moving on. The final match of the pre-show was the Usos versus the Dudley Boys. Spots of the match. Dudley's hit what's up. That's all I can think of. Anyway, the end of the match came from the Dudleys hitting their back version of the 3D on the Usos. 1, 2, kick out. Dudleys ends up for a regular 3D, which is done from the fucking beginning, but whatever. And as they were waiting for Jimmy or Jay, whichever one it was, to turn around, the other Uso super kicked Bubba, which Devon noticed a little too late. Went for a clothesline, missed, and gets super kicked by the legal Uso, who then pins Devon. 1, 2, 3, the Usos won. Moving on to the pay-per-view itself, just like the last WrestleMania pay-per-view, it opened up with the Intercontinental Championship ladder match. Spots in the match. Multiple times Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Oh wait, actually one thing I noted with the entrances. With the entrances, they did a very bad job of telling you the order of importance of people because they basically gave it to you. Who are the people most likely to win this match? Because everybody had their song cut off early, but 3 people had their songs a bit longer. Sami Zayn, of all the challengers, had the longest time for his music to play. Zack Ryder, although not as long as Sami, had a little bit longer music than all the other people, and Kevin Owens had the longest music because he was the champion and the last person coming in, which makes sense. But yeah, they shouldn't have made Sami or Zack's music longer than the others. That aside, let's move on. So spots of the match, we have... Oh wait, Oh, I almost forgot. I actually want to tell you guys about special WrestleMania outfits, just in case anyone's curious about what people were wearing. So, Emma had a special WrestleMania outfit. It was basically some gothic warrior-looking shit. I can't really explain it because, again, bad memory. I can, however, explain Stardust's outfit a lot better because Stardust's outfit was pretty plain. It was a polka-dotted attire, reminiscent of the late great Dusty Rhodes, which I suppose makes sense. I mean, it doesn't make sense from a story point of view because Stardust doesn't consider Dusty his father, but it makes sense for Cody to wear that. So yeah. Anyway, the main spots of the match. We have Kevin and Sammy facing off a lot. We have The Miz getting pop-up power bombed when he tried to run at Owens. We have who was it that got slammed on it? Was it Zach? I think it was Zach. Zach got suplex driver, I think it's called. Suplex drivered onto a ladder. At one point, who was it that got launched over? I believe it was Ziggler? It was either Ziggler or Zack who got launched over the top rope onto Stardust, who was laying on top of a ladder. There was also Stardust special ladder, I forgot what it was called, but version 2 of it came out this time around, and it was a polka dotted ladder. And he did his same spot from the last WrestleMania, spinning around with the ladder, smacking everybody with it, just like last time. And then Kevin Owens was the only one smart enough to go under him, and then knock him down, and then throw his ladder out the ring, because fuck Stardust and fuck his polka dotted ladder. Oh right, did I mention that? It was a polka dotted ladder, a black ladder of yellow polka dots. It was kind of funny. So, let's see. Other spots. Sami Zayn got the default diving into everyone's spot of the evening, as he dived through the ladder onto everybody except for Kevin Owens. Then he ran around the ring and did his corner dive through the turnbuckle side into a tornado DDT on Kevin Owens on the outside. But, let's just skip to the end of the match, cause, yeah. Anyway, the match ends with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn on top of the ladder, beating the fuck out of each other. But Sami gets the upper hand, hammering Owens down, before Owens reaches up and starts clawing at Sami's eyes. Owens starts wearing Sami down, forcing Sami off the ladder. And then The Miz tips the ladder over, knocking Owens out. Miz then climbs the ladder, sits up top, and cockily reaches for the title, before Zack Ryder pushes the ladder forward, knocking Miz flat on his face, climbs up, and woo, your new Intercontinental Champion, the broski, Zack Ryder. I marked out far too much for my own good, to the point that I actually hurt myself. It was a great moment. The next match of the night was AJ Styles versus Y2 Jackass. Spots. Jericho tried to steal the Styles Clash and failed. Styles was put into walls of Jericho twice, but never actually gave up to it. Oh, there was one really cool spot where Jericho went for his triangle dropkick. For those of you who don't know, triangle dropkick's where Jericho jumps off of the corner to dropkick somebody on the apron. He goes for a triangle dropkick, but AJ hops into the ring as Jericho's doing the triangle dropkick, which makes Jericho land on the apron, and then AJ does a triangle dropkick on Jericho. Trust me, it looks a lot cooler than it sounds. Oh, and AJ hit the Styles Clash, but Jericho kicked out of it. Anyway, end of the match. AJ's on the rope, getting ready to do his phenomenal elbow on Jericho. Then Jericho pulls the referee in front of him for a brief second to make AJ hesitate. Pushes the ref out of the way. AJ goes for the phenomenal elbow. Jericho counters it into a code breaker. 1, 2, 3. Chris Jericho makes an upset win against AJ Styles. AJ Styles. AJ Styles. Alright, enough of that. Oh, wow, I just realized I forgot to do WrestleMania attire again. Not for Jericho or Styles, they had the regular attire, but for The Miz, his jacket was gold this night. Not like it matters, but eh. And Sin Cara actually had a all-white attire with like spikes at the side. The announcers called it a heavenly attire. Alright, moving on. The next match of the night was the New Day versus the League of Nations. We originally thought it was going to be a championship match. It wasn't. When we then thought it was going to be a 4-on-3 handicap match, which it wasn't. It turned out to be a 6-man tag match for some reason. And the New Day had a special WrestleMania Ultra entrance. When the New Day's music popped out, we didn't see the New Day come out. No. We saw a giant box of Booty-O cereal. Booty-O's. They make sure you ain't booty. The Booty-O shakes and tips to the side, and then it opens up, revealing a bunch of giant not chocolate Oreos, a bunch of giant chocolate Cheerios, and the New Day dressed up as Super Saiyans. Well, not Super Saiyans, just Saiyans. They're all in Saiyan armor, and Xavier Woods had Goku hair. If you want to see the picture of this, I actually took a picture of it and put it on my Twitter. So go down to the doobly-doo, click the Twitter link, and look for yourself. Anyway, so yeah, the New Day were Saiyans, and Michael Cole foolishly called Xavier Woods Vegeta. That aside. Spots of the match. I do not remember it well enough to give you spots of the match because, dear God, the match was fucking long. But essentially, it ends in Xavier trying to roll up Sheamus for the win. But Sheamus kicks out, and as Xavier's pushed forward from the kick out, Bad News Barrett hits him with a bullhammer, which staggers Xavier long enough for Sheamus to move the Brogue Kick. 1, 2, 3, the League of Nations wins. Oh right, I forgot. I said it was a 6-man tag match. So who was actually in the match? The match was actually Sheamus and Alberto Del Rio and Rusev. So Wade cheated, not surprisingly. Alright, the next match of the night was the Divas Triple Threat match. Which, by the way, for all the smart marks out there, they're gonna be fucking ecstatic because although most of us don't care, the more hardcore fans, aka smart marks, aka ICW, and IWC in the wrestling community, point is, those fans despise the Divas Championship with all their fucking might and want it to be replaced with the Women's Championship. Well, I got good news and bad news. The good news is the Divas Championship is no longer a thing. The bad news is it's technically not the Women's Championship. No, it's the WWE Women's Championship. What's the difference? Well, the WWE Championship and WWE World Heavyweight Championship are two different things. This is basically what that is. Point is, new championship. It's basically a red version of the WWE Championship, and it's the WWE Women's Championship. So, yeah, that's what they're fighting for, not the Divas Championship. Divas Championship is now officially retired with Charlotte being its last holder. That aside, triple threat match. Too many fucking spots to count. But the ones that come to mind quickest are Becky Lynch suicide diving Ric Flair, Sasha Banks suicide diving Charlotte, a shit ton of submission moves, Becky Lynch hitting her Becksplex from the top rope onto Charlotte. That's all the spots I can think of. Let's just get to the end of the match. At the end of the match, we had Becky Lynch locking the disarmor on Charlotte. And then Sasha came in to hit the bank statement on Becky. And then Charlotte breaks this up, tosses Sasha out of the ring, and then hits Becky with the figure 8. As Sasha tries to get in the ring to stop this, Ric Flair grabs her leg to stop her, and Becky Lynch taps out. So Charlotte is not only the person to retire the Divas Championship, it's also your first ever WWE Women's Champion. Oh, also I forgot about another spot, which is Charlotte hitting a double natural selection on both Becky and Sasha. So that was cool as well. That aside, the next match of the night was The Undertaker versus Shane O'Mac. Oh god, this match was good. This match was so good. Spots of the match. Shane got the triangle hold on Taker, and it looked like Taker might fade, but he didn't. Shane DDT'd Undertaker onto some steel steps. It was cool how we did it, too, because Shane got the shit beaten out of him at the beginning of the match. Shane was sitting on the steps, and as Taker got up, Shane just went, bring it on. Just come at me, bro. And Taker was pissed. Taker ran at Shane. Shane just jumps up and DDTs him. It was a nice little bait and switch. Other spots. Shane kicked out of the last ride. Shane kicked out of a choke slam onto the steel steps. Shane hit the coast to coast on Taker with the steel can and everything, but Taker kicked out of it. Other spots. I'm trying to remember all the ones from when they were in the ring first, because when they go out of the ring, I want to save for last. Alright, and Shane was in the Hell's Gate at one point, and surprisingly enough didn't fade like he should have. Not only did he not fade for far longer than far tougher superstars have, but he managed to slip out of the Hell's Gate and turn it into a sharpshooter. So that was cool. Anyway, essentially, after Shane fails to pin The Undertaker after the coast to coast, Shane then leaves the ring, gets some pliers, and basically breaks the hinges to the cell leading outside. He then starts brawling with Taker again before Taker puts him through the cell opening that he created. They then brawl on the outside with Taker battering Shane and destroying the announce tables as well. Taker then brings Shane out to the outside, to the ring. I'm not really sure what to call this, but it was some blue thing that they were able to stand on that put him right next to the announce tables. And then, as Taker started to lift Shane up as if he was about to hit him with a tombstone pile driver, Shane reversals him into a sleeper. Unable to get out of the sleeper, Taker then turns around, jumping off onto the announce table, Shane under him, to out of the way right before Shane could hit the move. So, Shane is basically running on fumes now. Taker gets up, and a groggy Shane says, "Bring it. Come on. Bring it." Taker hoists Shane up and carries him back into the ring. Shane's all groggy and shit, and Taker groggily gets up as well. Then Taker does the come on, bring it to Shane. And then Shane, now on his knees, does the come on, bring it right back to Taker. Taker then hoists Shane's up. Tombstone pile driver. 1, 2, 3. The Undertaker beats Shane McMahon. So, no brand split. Sorry, guys. We wanted it. It's not happening. Now for the second to last match of the night, which is the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Spots of the... Actually, wait, no. I forgot special WrestleMania entrances for the Triple Threat match, didn't I? Rewind! Special entrances. Becky had jack shit. Charlotte came out in a robe that was apparently made of the same robe Ric Flair wore at a past WrestleMania. And Sasha Banks, who was apparently Snoop Dogg's cousin? Still not sure where the fuck that came from. Sasha Banks came out to Snoop Doggy Dogg and some chick that I don't know singing her song live. So that was cool. Moving on. Alright, and Sasha had an attire reminiscent of Eddie Guerrero, apparently, because Eddie Guerrero was like an inspiration to her. Moving on. We go back to the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Spots of the match. Shaq is a surprise entrant. DDP is a surprise entrant. Tatanka is a surprise entrant. Now, as soon as Shaq enters the ring, the first thing that happens is that everybody clears out as Shaq and Big Show just stare off. And then Kane steps in between them and gets ready to tries to double chokeslam both Shaq and the Big Show. But Shaq and the Big Show end up double chokeslamming Kane. After this, everybody else just leaves. And the Big Show knockout punches Mark Henry. With that, it's now Big Show and Shaq squaring off. Big Show grabs Shaq's neck. Shaq grabs Big Show's neck. And it's a choke off for a while until everybody else crowds into the ring and all together shove the Big Show and Shaq out of the ring. So if Mark Henry knocked on the outside and Kane now the biggest person on the inside, the brawl begins. So now Spot Fest. One of the Ascensions eliminated by DDP. The other Ascension member eliminates DDP, which I think is kind of big because that means the Ascension actually did something memorable. At least one member of them did. That Ascension member was instantly eliminated by somebody else, though. Tatanka got to beat up one of the social outcasts, so that was cool. But then he was eliminated by Baron Corbin. Oh, by the way, Baron Corbin's the NXT representative this time around instead of Hideo Itami. Moving on. Social Outcasts actually had a really good showing this match. There was actually a point in the match where the Social Outcasts were dominating. Everybody was flat on their ass except for the Outcasts. R-Truth then gets up and starts beating on Bo Dallas. Everybody else finally realizes, oh shit, Bo Dallas is getting the shit beating out of him. They stop beating up their respective people, and they all just beat the fuck out of R-Truth before launching him out the ring. Goldust then runs in, attacking all the Social Outcasts before they inevitably knock him out of the ring as well. The Social Outcasts then start doing a victory lap before Kane gets up. They start victory lapping the other direction, but then Baron Corbin gets up. The now cornered Social Outcasts get themselves beaten the fuck out of by Kane and Baron Corbin, and everybody except for Bo Dallas gets eliminated, which is odd because I thought it was everyone but Curtis Axel, but no, I later find out it's actually Bo Dallas who survives. That aside, all but one Social Outcast member is eliminated. Mark Henry then comes in, and Kane and Mark Henry brawl it out before Kane eliminates Mark Henry straight up. But Kane eliminates Mark Henry with the help of Darren Young. Darren Young's now excited. He shoves Kane away, starts celebrating. He's like, yeah, I eliminated Mark Henry. I am awesome. Then Kane grabs Darren's neck. Bo Dallas runs at Kane to get his neck grabbed. And then Kane shoves both Darren Young and Bo Dallas out of the ring. And then from behind, Baron Corbin comes to eliminate Kane. Baron Corbin is now your Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner. So yeah. Baron Corbin is the first NXT superstar to win that. That's cool. Alright, and now for the final match of the night. Triple H versus Roman Reigns. Do I even want to give spots for this match? I really don't. Special entrances. Triple H had Stephanie on a throne in the most generically evil attire I've ever seen Stephanie in, giving a speech about how we're all worthless and we're underlings and we're meant to serve, and told us that our hope is gone to bow down to their king. And then Triple H comes out. Oh, and there was an army of skeletons at the WWE Championship surrounding the ring. Well, the entrance ramp. Roman's entrance wasn't all that special. He came out through the actual entranceway instead of through the crowd, and he did his little Superman punch setup thing on the ramp, which made the stars surrounding him erupt pyro, and then pyro behind him, and then pyro around the fucking entire dome, which makes no sense because no one's gonna see the pyro going on outside, but whatever. I was honestly zoning out during this match because no one cares, but the main spots. Roman Reigns spares Triple H for the barricade. Roman Reigns spares Stephanie, albeit by accident. That's all the spots I can think of off the top of my head. So let's skip to the ending. Triple H signals to a groggy and basically downed Stephanie to give him the sledgehammer. Stephanie obliges him. Triple H tries to hit Reigns. Triple H then gets Superman punched by Reigns. He's now in the corner and he's still holding the sledgehammer. Reigns Superman punches him again. He's still holding the sledgehammer, still in the corner. Reigns then gets ready for the spear. Triple H tries to hit Reigns with the sledgehammer, but Reigns ducks it, bounces out against the ropes, and then spears Triple H out of his ass. 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns, your new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. At first, everyone was cheering him. Then the cheers changed to boos for some reason, probably because Roman sucks. Anyway, that's how it ended. My mouth hurts. Anyway, the matches of this pay-per-view, with the exception of Triple H versus Reigns and the Usos versus the Dudleys, were very enjoyable matches. I marked the fuck out that ladder match. Shane McMahon versus The Undertaker just blew me away. The Divas match was great. Granted, tearing everyone's suck off the fact that they're Divas is annoying, but it was still an amazing match, an amazing showing by the women. Triple H vs. Roman Reigns wasn't even that bad of a match. I was just all hyped out after the ladder match and then after Shane versus Taker, so it's not that their match was bad. It was an okay match. But yeah, overall, this pay-per-view was fucking amazing, and every match, except for the two I named, were just enjoyable as all fuck. If I had to give this pay-per-view a rating, I'd give it a 9 stars, because the Usos and Dudleys knocked it down a bit, and the fact that they still went on with Roman Reigns versus Triple H pisses me off. And oh my god, I really am out of it, because I have to realize I actually forgot a match. I forgot to mention Dean Ambrose versus the Beast, Brock Lesnar. Dean never got to use either of the gifts that the Hardcore Legends gave him, so fuck the summary. Dean got decimated, Brock Lesnar won. Anyway, pay-per-view was fun. Every match was enjoyable. That includes Dean's match. Definitely at least a 9 when it comes to pay-per-views. Still can't get over the fact that Zack Ryder is the Intercontinental Champion now. Whew. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this summary. You probably didn't. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys when I wake up. Maybe. Probably not. Deuces, YouTube.